Well, David, this possible forced release of inmates is in accordance with state law once the jails hit a population emergency. There hasn't been one in years, but the sheriff and her team have seen an increase in inmates, especially over the last 10 months, and told county leaders they don't see it slowing down.
Forced releases, when you look at the system as a whole, that is a reflection of the failure of our systems of accountability and our rehabilitative goals.
Multnomah County Sheriff Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell alerting county higher-ups and stakeholders about what will happen if jail capacity hits 95%.
So I believe we need to do everything that's possible to alleviate any jail population emergencies and advocate for a system that is responsive and meets the public safety concerns of our community.
Forced releases have happened in Multnomah County before. KGW footage from more than 2 decades ago shows several inmates walking free from the Justice Center downtown. Their release directly tied to budget constraints.
And I will continue to advocate for right-sizing the correction system so we're able to be nimble and address our public safety needs.
The current sheriff now saying more money is needed to hire staff and increase capacity. On Saturday, the sheriff put out a notice to officials like County Commissioner Julia Brim-Edwards.
Potentially they were moving to yellow alert status and might have to start releasing people from jail because of the low levels of staffing.
This alert, about a week before Election Day, highlights a need she believes for increased funding, money she's advocated for in the past.
There's been a lot of retirements and turnover, and she asked this last budget cycle for additional budget. I offered an amendment to try and get her that budget. The chair didn't put it in her budget, and unfortunately we weren't able to get the adequate amount of resources.
Currently there are 1,130 jail beds budgeted for. Staff explained that on Sunday they hit 92% capacity.
Now, as for who gets released, there are certain criteria that someone has to meet. The sheriff said if there aren't enough people who meet that criteria for forced release, then law enforcement has to limit booking criteria. David?
Thanks, Elma. I know you'll keep an eye on it over the coming days and weeks. Thanks so much.